Hello new style filmmakers. In today's episode, I'm going to give you my first impressions on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K G2. Stay tuned. Alright everybody, welcome to today's episode. Just wanted to give you my first impressions on the new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K G2. I own a couple of 6K cameras. I still haven't upgraded to the 6K Pro, mainly because when the 6K Pro came out, I felt like there wasn't enough of a difference between the two cameras that would warrant me to order the new camera. So I stayed with my 6K. I'm actually filming this right now, my 6K, one of my 6K cameras. So the G2 is definitely an interesting release for me because it sits right between the 6K Pro and the 6K, which I own a couple. I would basically place this camera right between, just below the 6K Pro. It's basically a 6K Pro little brother, if you will. One of the things that I like is the two mini XLR inputs, both providing phantom power. Again, a small change from the original 6K, but again, I think it makes, for me anyway, a lot of times I use double, I'm using two different microphones. So just, having the ability to connect two microphones, having two different inputs and control them separately, for me, this makes a lot of sense. Still no ND filter. Again, for me, coming from the original 6K, if you're looking at it from the 6K Pro owner, then you're thinking, okay, no ND filter. But for me, all my lenses, I got ND filters for them, so it's not a big deal. I don't really, again, I don't use that a lot, so for me, that's not a big deal. I do like the tilting LCD, which is one of the features on the 6K Pro that almost made me consider getting that camera, because it is nice, especially when you're outside, to be able to tilt the screen. If you're shooting low or if you're shooting high, just to have the ability to tilt the screen up or down. I think that makes, that is a nice little feature that I wish, I had on my camera. Another feature that I like is the Sony style battery. One of my biggest complaints with my 6K camera is obviously the battery. I only get about 25, 30 to 25 minutes, depending on how I'm shooting. If I'm shooting on RAW, in a matter of 20 minutes, it'll go through that LP battery, through the Canon LP battery. So having that higher capacity battery, with the Sony style battery, I think that is a great little improvement, that I can appreciate. One of the features that I see getting a lot of buzz online is the gyroscope data. Basically the which allows you to stabilize the footage in post-production in DaVinci Resolve. I believe they got an update coming up. I'm not sure if it's out yet. I think as of today, when I'm recording this video, it hasn't, but it's coming up. And based on the footage that they show, the Grant show when they announced the camera, it actually looks impressive. It's definitely something that I'm looking forward to testing. I am getting ready to order my camera, my G2. Again, I want to see, there's a couple of things new features that the camera has that has me thinking that this might be a good option, a good camera for me. So, I'm definitely going to test it out. And that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to testing the most, just to see, again, I have gimbals. But again, every now and then you gotta get, a shot handheld, couple of things there. So if you can stabilize it a little bit, even though again the test that they show, what they show when they announced the camera, it actually looks pretty good. It almost looked like it was shot on a gimbal. So it definitely makes you wonder, you know, if this could be a game changer for this camera. One of the last things I want to talk about is the price, you know, which is priced at $19.95. Basically the same price as the original 6K. You know, again, I felt this way when I bought my 6K, and that is that for $2,000, you're not gonna get a better camera. I don't think that there's any other cinema camera in this price range, $2,000 or less. You know, even though you still have to buy, I know if you buy a pocket camera, you still gotta rig it up, you gotta get lenses, batteries, memory cards, or a drive. However you're gonna record, you're still gonna spend, you know, maybe close to $1,000 getting the package together. But in terms of the body, I don't think in as far as $2,000, there might be other cameras that can shoot, and there are that can shoot 4K, 6K, but as far as the quality, I don't think any of them can beat the Pocket 6K. I mean, this is truly a cinema camera. You know, and I've noticed this shooting in other systems versus when I shoot on this camera. This camera, you know, I've seen my stuff at the big screen in movie theaters. I've seen it on TV, and it just holds up the quality so much more. Even, you know, even after you obviously you shoot 4K, 6K, and then you end up downgrading to 1080. I mean, it just retains the quality. I've always felt that way about Blackmagic cameras, you know, which is why I've always shot in Blackmagic. You know, starting with the original little pocket camera. You know, I've always been a Blackmagic user. I think that the quality, the sensor, it's just, you know, especially for the price. Like in its price range, I don't think that there's any, you know, any camera that can rival it. So who do I think this camera is for? I think this camera is basically for either somebody who has the original 6K camera like myself, you know, or somebody who's looking to get a cinema camera, you know, again, in that price range. If, you know, maybe you haven't used Blackmagic, or you're switching from a different system, or you're stepping up from a DSLR, you know, and you want to get something, you know, a better camera. I think this is who this camera is for. You know, I think obviously if you're a 6K Pro owner, this might not be for you, you know, unless you want a B camera, which in that case, then yes, you know, if you just want to have a B camera to go along with your 6K Pro, then this might be just what you need. You know, again, I am gonna order mine. Looking forward to testing out some of these features, and then I'll do a full review once I get my camera, and I might even do a comparison between the original 6K and this new G2. All right, guys, that is all for today. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.